Hello, fellow duelists. This is Shadow of the Moon, and this is actually a first for me. I'm going to be doing kind of like a Banlist reaction, I guess you would so to speak. It's the Banlist audio. Apparently, was sent out today, and I'm going to be doing a video. It's nighttime now, so I know I'm a little bit behind. But there was just a few things that I actually wanted to discuss. Not too much. Preferably, mainly since I am a Winged Beast player, the option to ban Bird of Sovereignty. As you have seen in most of my videos and most of my deck profiles, I do run Sovereignty in pretty much every Winged Beast deck that I have. And I'm not really saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. I know why Konami decided to ban it, because I know that like the idea of Bird of Sovereignty to be able to like floodgate and lock your opponent out from being able to play. But I feel like there was more. There were other options that they could have went with. I know that because of Lyricalist especially, that they did this because of Lyricalist Tri-Brigade, but I felt like Bird of Sovereignty maybe shouldn't have been banned, only because other than Lyricalist Tri-Brigade, I don't think that it's that overpowered of a card. I know, like I said, I know why Konami did it, because of the ability to be able to stop your opponent from basically special summoning anything. But if you think about it, the main reason why people run it is because of the barrier statue of the Storm Winds. So if you think, you can just run over barrier statue because it only has 1,000 defense. So just normal summon a monster and then just attack with it. I think that's very simple enough. I know in this day and age, the idea of normal summoning a monster is considered like taboo or absurd, but you can just normal summon a monster and run over it. This isn't meant to be a complaining video because I'm going to be talking about the other stuff that was on the ban list. Imperial Order being banned, I felt like that was a really good decision. Imperial Order is just really overpowered, especially in a lot of lockdown decks like Eldritch Stun and just decks in general that focuses heavily on the ability to negate your opponent's spell cards. I know that by paying 700 life points is like very minuscule for each standby phase to be able to have to pay it, because it's really not even that much if you think about it. Ava being banned, that was appropriate because I know a lot of people only played with one Ava at the time, or now. So the idea of banning Ava isn't really that big of a deal because most people only played one anyways. It is going to hurt Virtual World because mainly that's what Virtual World or even Drytron and stuff. I'm not Virtual World, Tritron, because Drytron does play it a lot. And the other options that I thought was really funny was that they put Recital, Lyricalist Recital, 2-1, which is funny because like I have 3 in the deck, but I only, like, now I'm gonna have to change it. But it really, 1 is only, it's only beneficial at 1. I don't really see it being that big of a deal. The biggest surprise I think was Raigeki at 3, because people like me who can't afford Lightning Storm, the idea of having 3 Raigekis in the deck is pretty funny. Raigeki used to just be, if you think about it, anybody that's an older player of Yu-Gi-Oh! Who's been playing since maybe the beginning or even the first year or two, Raigeki was always, it wasn't banned until the actual first ban list, but it was limited to 1 because of how good it was. Nowadays, the idea, I guess, of like destroying all your opponent's monsters, because half the time either they can negate it or being destroyed by an effect or whatever allows them to special summon from the graveyard or just activate their own effects. So like you're destroying it, but then they're gonna have like, you destroy one monster, they're gonna end up replacing it by like 2 or 3. So I see why they did that, because obviously it's not going to be that effective. It's just really hilarious to see Raigeki at 3. And then the semi-limited list, which was like Fusion Destiny and Malicious, which Malicious can stay at 2, because Malicious, I think 2 is more of the perfect balance. And then them having, like, because them using Fusion Destiny is like kind of like a slap in the face to people who play Phoenix Enforcer. It isn't really going to slow the deck down, because now you only have 2, because the main guy is Verite. Verite allows you to dump the Fusion card into the graveyard and the materials for it. So that's really, I think, the biggest problem. Now, I play Red Eyes, so I know for a fact that without Dragoon and Verite, Red Eye's deck wouldn't even really be nearly as good as it is. I mean, it's barely even playable as is right now, since you're special summoning a bunch of level 7s and then giving up like 3,000 life points using the Ascendant of the Thunder. But at the same time, I know Verite is more of the problem maker, which maybe it'll be banned on the next ban list, it'll get hit, but in the meantime, I don't really see that. Those were pretty much the only ones that I wanted to talk about and discuss, because those were the biggest issues on the ban list. Now you're going to be seeing probably a lot of updated deck profiles of my Winged Beast decks in the near future, since like 4 of them run Simorgh, Bird of Sovereignty, and then I'm going to end up having to get rid of, obviously, Barrier Statue of the Stormwind, because Barrier Statue is like now useless. That's the only reason why anybody played Barrier Statue, was because of Bird, to be able to bring it out. And now you won't really be seeing a lot of Apex Avian anymore, because Apex was only used with Bird of Sovereignty. So I hope you guys also think this is actually really cool. These are my statues that I have up on my computer stand, which is where I'm filming at right now, and kind of like my Blackwing, my Blackbird buddies. And I just, this was the first time I ever wanted to do the Banlist reaction. It was more of a reaction, just kind of like a discussion on it. So just, tell me what you think in the comment section. What did you think about the Banlist? How did you feel about it? If you play any of the cards listed, I mean, how did you feel when they banned it, or even how did you see when you saw like Raigeki come back to 3 or something? So, alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Also, I just wanted to say thank you to my new subscribers. Originally when I first posted, it was about a 150, and I had planned to have a 150 subscriber special. I'm still waiting on the item that I was going to be opening in the mail, and hopefully it can get here soon. I actually had to reorder it. But it's just something small and fun to kind of show my appreciation for you guys watching my videos, commenting, and just like viewing, just subscribing to my channel, because that's just really cool. You guys rock. You guys help keep this channel alive. And right now, as this video's hit, I have 170 subscribers, that's mind-blowing. I don't expect to ever even get that many, so the idea of having 170, I feel like I'm close to getting 200, and this is just a really fun hobby. This is something that I've always enjoyed since I started playing it about 20 years ago. And I'm just thankful each and every day that I see people who comment on videos, who post stuff on it and everything, and, just being able to have this active community. All right, so without any further ado, finally, just thank you so much for listening to this video, and maybe you can learn something, you take away something from it and everything. I know I did, especially watching the Banlist, and I just want to say thank you again to my new subscribers. You guys rock. Thank you so much. And with that, see you guys next time. Later.